Though Hao's eyebrows twitch in irritation, he manages to regain his composure. A few minutes later, he taps me on the shoulder again and clears his throat. Sup, girlfriend? You be totes bitchin'? Oh my god, how? Why do you still know that? Huh? Did you get a concussion when I wasn't looking? Again, that eyebrow twitch. It takes Hao a bit longer to rein in his temper this time, but he finally walks over to the piano and starts playing. I gawk as the chorus from Walking on Sunshine fills the air, accompanied by some truly incomprehensible Chinglish singing. Okay, stop! What the heck are you trying to do, besides making a complete fool of yourself? Losing his already unstable hold on his temper, Hao finally explodes. Sono. Mesto. Sad. He really did all that weird stuff just to cheer me up? Nyoo. How? I'm fine. Suanle. Just let it go and focus on the orchestra. The concert is almost here and we don't want it to be a total failure. Failure? To my surprise, Hao strides over to the conductor's podium and returns with a framed picture of him and my father. The same picture I tore to shreds the first time I met him. Baba. Father. I don't need you to tell me that. I tried to move away, but Hao swiftly blocks my path. What's your problem? Get out of my way. Hao shakes his head, brow furrowing. He tries to speaking in slow, halting English. When I said, Song Dashi, help. Song Dashi, bring new persons, new music, and I no said no more. So after Hao's old orchestra left him, my father was the one who helped him find work again? Guess that's why Hao's so devoted to him. Song Dashi, good person. Sona, good person. Sona no fail, Song Dashi. Aww. 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 He's saying that I'm not a failure. I didn't fail, Mr. Song. Is that really what you think? Then my father would never be disappointed in me as long as I tried my hardest. A for effort, gold stars all around. I doubt Hao can keep up with what I'm yelling, but I'm too angry to care. I don't want to hear that from you. A genius like you wouldn't disappoint anyone. It's no wonder you and my father were buddies. You're exactly like him. And me, I am, and always will be, the exact opposite. The door flies out with a bang as I kick it open. Hao runs out after me, but I'm not having any of it. Swerving around, I pin him roughly against the wall, gasping. Hao struggles to push me off, but I only press against him harder. His glasses hit the ground with a clatter. Don't follow me this time. Go home. Huijia. If I see your face again, I'm going to punch it in. Jeez. Touchy. As I release Hao and start walking away, I hear his voice again. Sona. Though I tell myself not to, I turn around just for a second. Hao was standing in the middle of the hallway, his normally immaculate hair and clothes in total disarray. He points to me and himself, then extends his hand in an almost pleading gesture. Sona. Pengyo. Friend. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's so painful. Don't walk away. You're gonna walk away. Friend or not, that doesn't mean I'll tell you everything. Oh, ow. 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 Oh my God. No. I slap his hand and walk away. And stalk off. This time I don't turn back. Aww. No, that makes me so sad. Ow. It's drizzling a little when I leave the practice hall. By the time I reach downtown, I'm trudging through an all-out downpour. With each step, I can feel my waterlogged boots getting heavier and heavier. They slow my breakneck run into a long, arduous slog. Though there are a couple shops on the side of the street, I pass them without stopping. I need to keep walking, need to keep feeling the rain hitting my skin, need to keep my mind from wandering elsewhere. The street corner where that girl was playing with her guitar is deserted. In the back of my mind, I guess I always knew it would be. Though no one is coming out to perform in this weather, I linger all the same. More than anything, I need to hear that music again. Though my fingers are numb with cold, I unconsciously start plucking the strings of a guitar that is no longer there. I stand there in the rain for God knows how long, listlessly playing my imaginary guitar. Bit by bit, something hard builds in my throat. Bit by bit, all the memories I've suppressed begin to trickle back. How many years has it been since then? Since my father smashed my guitar into all those little pieces. Aww. At that time, I was still training to be a conductor. My father made me study for hours every day, introduced me to all his colleagues, even paid my way through a prestigious music program when I failed the scholarship exam. I knew I was only mediocre at best, but I bit my tongue and did whatever he told me to. Otherwise, my father would never have talked to me at all. One day I was walking past a pawn shop, and that's when I first saw it. My guitar, in all its tarnished, tattered beauty. Even though my closest experience was only the violin, I took that guitar home and played it until I had blisters all over my hands. Despite all my years of classical training, that was the first time I realized that I really did love music. That was the first time in years that I truly felt alive. When I got my first gig playing guitar and writing songs for a local rock band, it was the happiest day of my life. The pay was low and the stage is small, but we poured our hearts into every second of it. Being able to do something I genuinely loved, without relying on the crutch of my father's reputation, I couldn't have asked for more. Once my father found out, he was furious. He said the songs I wrote were trash, that my guitar was useless. So fucking mean! Fuck you! What the fuck? He couldn't believe that he, the great conductor William Song, had such a worthless failure as for a daughter. I couldn't bite my tongue anymore. When I told my father that I didn't want to be a conductor, he rent my guitar to pieces on the kitchen floor. That's when I finally had to admit it. The person I was, or wanted to be, would never be good enough to be William Song's daughter. From the start, I was always going to be his greatest disappointment. After that, I gave up music completely and never spoke to my father again. There was no point in trying when I had already failed. The best I could do was make a clean break, to become someone who could never, ever be associated with William Song again. In the end, it was better for both of us that way. I no longer had to worry about failing my father's expectations, and he no longer had to worry about covering for those failures. It's no surprise a genius like Howe can't understand that. Someone like him will never know what it's like to be a failure like me. More rain pours down, getting into my eyes and making them blur. I've been standing in this one spot for way too long. Time to move on. As I turn around, though, there's one person blocking the otherwise deserted street. The bottoms of his expensive pants and shoes are caked with mud. I don't want to fight him. Fuck. This... Fine. I told you not to follow me. Snarling, I throw a punch in Howe's direction, but this time he is prepared. He catches me by the wrist, stopping my fist mere inches from his face. Let go, you idiot. Just let go. Howe doesn't relent even as I kick him in the shins and try to twist his arm behind his back. The rain pours down around us, making it difficult for me to gain traction. Why won't you just leave me alone? Shaking his head, Howe steps forward, bringing his face closer to mine. Streams of water course over his hair and cascade onto his broad shoulders. Our eyes meet and I involuntarily falter. Sona. Friend. Not alone.